have a lot more videos coming as far as things to do before you big chop and things to know while transitioning. I have a lot of information that I feel that will be helpful to you guys. I feel that it's better to know factually how your hair works and what things, the simple things that'll help before you start introducing any products or trying any products. Factually knowing how to take care of your hair, I feel is very important. Like I said, this is my fourth time transitioning. It took me 4 times, and not everybody, tries to go natural that many times, and it's not that technical. I don't want to scare people, but I'm just saying I kept giving up because I didn't have enough information because this is all new to us. We've had relaxed hair. Most people have had relaxed hair all their lives. You know what I'm saying? So this is something new to you. So I don't want it to sound technical, like I gotta do all this, I gotta do that, I gotta know this. But this is something new to you, so it's best to know all that you can know so that once you get into the situation, it's easy as pie. Like, it goes by as smooth as possible. So I do want to get those videos out to you guys because I feel like it's very helpful, and there's not many things, not many of these things are talked about when it comes to transitioning. I don't want to do product reviews and push products when people don't even know, simple and even educational things about their hair before they start trying out Camille Rose or they start trying out these products in the stores. And I'm not saying I'm against these things because, I would like to try those products too. But I feel like if I know how to take care of my hair on the simplest level, once I start buying products and trying products, I'll be able to weed out things that aren't right for my hair or that don't go well with my hair. So, like I said, I don't want to start rambling and going off, but I have more videos to come. And like I said, to all my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing and welcome. And I hope I can be of some help to you on this journey that you're going through, whether it's hair, whether it's beauty, whether it's health. But like I said, thanks again, and I'll see you guys in my next video. And as well, if you don't follow me already, follow me on Instagram. You'll be able to see my daily styles or weekly styles that I do that you won't be able to see on my channel as much, which you can at me at tamed_untamed, as well as my YouTube name, of course. But that's all for now. See you in my next video, and many blessings. Okay, as you can see by the title, somewhere up there, today I'll be talking about the 6 tips for transitioning. As you know, in my previous video, I just big chopped, and I just want to share my tips of how I made it to 18 months post, and also shout out to all my new subscribers. Welcome. But let's get straight into it. So my first tip is detangling in sections. So you're dealing with relaxed hair, you're dealing with natural hair when it comes to washing. So detangling in sections before you wash would be the best thing to do, because when you relax, you would just put your head in the sink, shampoo, condition, and you're done. But when it comes to 2 textures, you can't do that anymore because your hair can tangle and it can get knotted. And that happened the second time I tried to go natural, which cut my transition short, which I didn't like, at 6 months, because I did not wash my hair in sections. So when I got done, I had like knots all over my head, and it was not pretty. So that is a big thing, is detangling. You can use an oil or conditioner, it doesn't matter. Either one will work. Just make sure that you shampoo and condition in sections. My second tip is using the same products throughout your transition. When I was transitioning, I wasn't worried too much about products because I knew what worked, what my hair can deal with, and at that point I wasn't not spending a lot of money because you know what works. By trying new products out, can cause setbacks in your transition, because maybe this product made your hair too hard or this product over moisturized your hair. So sticking to those products that work is the best route to go, just so that you have your optimal growth, and you don't have to worry about any setbacks. Tip number 3 is do mini chops along the way. So if you're protective styling and you protect the style for 2 months, once you take that protective style out, do a trim. The less relaxed ends you have, the better, because when it comes down to detangling, it can be a pain when you have a lot of relaxed ends, because I noticed once I got more natural hair, that it was easier. I could wash with no problem. I can detangle with no problem. I can style with no problem. So doing mini chops would be a good way to go because you keep out all the split ends and it's easier to detangle that way. My fourth tip, keeping your hair moisturized. That was one thing that I did not really do during my transition. Will do a good job of anyway. But that is one tip that I will say helps because the line of demarcation is the weakest part of your hair when it comes to transitioning. So keeping that moisturized minimizes the breakage. But also when it comes down to moisture, because your hair can be over moisturized, which causes breakage as well, or under moisturized, which can cause your hair to break. When it's over moisturized, that means it stretches. So if you're combing and you're styling and it's stretching, it'll eventually break because it's too soft. So it's at that point, it's just the moisture and protein balance that you should have in your hair to maintain this optimal level of health so that it can continue to grow. My fifth tip would be finding your go-to protective styles. I know a lot of people say, well, I don't know how to wear my hair, or my hair looks a mess, or I need to go here, I need to go there, but I want to look put together. So finding your go-to protective style is key, like braid, whether it's braids, twists, braid outs, double like goddess braids. My go-to was braid and curl because it blended both my textures with no problem whatsoever. I just braided it in plaits and then flexi rod at the ends, and I was able to wear my hair out, or I did a lot of buns too once my hair got long enough. And those were my two go-to styles. I actually did not do any extensions through my transition, which is a surprise, but I did not. But find your go-to style, so you have something to always go to, because usually if you have nothing to do to your hair, people be ready to cut it off. Like, I'm ready to cut it off because I don't know what to do, or I'm tired of this style, I'm tired of that style. So once you find that one go-to style, stick with it, because then that'll get you through your transition longer, especially if you want to do like 2 years or a year and a half or even 1 year. I plan to do 24 months, which is 2 years, and I didn't make it that far, but that was a choice. It wasn't because I had to or whatever. And my sixth tip is no heat. It is best to stay away from heat at all costs when you're transitioning, because you can experience dryness, because the more heat that you put on your hair, it makes your hair more porous, meaning more dry. It won't hold moisture at all. And also you can risk heat damage. Like, that would be like a terrible thing for you to flat iron your hair or keep using heat on your hair, and once you get ready to big chop, there's no curl there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like best to stay away from heat at all costs. I mean, if you have to blow dry, you can actually tension blow dry, and that means not using the comb on the blow dryer, but taking the blow dryer, stretching your hair, and running the blow dryer up and down your hair shaft. That's if you have to absolutely blow dry your hair. If not, I would stay away from heat at all costs, because that can be a setback as well. And my bonus tip that I have is to keep your scalp clean. I know a lot of people like to co-wash because it's easy. It keeps your hair moisturized. You don't have to shampoo. You don't have to worry about squeaky clean hair. But with co-washing is you're steady putting moisture on top of moisture on top of moisture, which it doesn't give your scalp or your hair a break to breathe. So it can't grow. You know what I'm saying? It won't hold moisture at that point because it's too moisturized, too soft. There's no structure because there's no protein there. So once you keep your scalp clean, that means that whether it's using a shampoo, whether it's using a clay wash, something to keep your scalp clean to maintain that pH balance so your hair can continue to grow through your transition, because that can be a setback as well. We don't want any setbacks when it comes to transitioning, especially when you want to long-term transition as well. And just to give some product recommendations, if there's people out there who's trying to go natural or wanting to go natural and they don't know where to start. I'm not going to hone in too much on products, because I think the first step is actually learning your hair, because that's what I went wrong. This is actually my 4th time transitioning just previously, because I mean, I didn't know too much about anything. When you're following forums and you're following YouTube, you know, people push more of products and products and products and products, and it's like that's the only thing you're worried about. So once you get into the situation, it's like you don't know any factual things about your hair, how to maintain moisture, you know, what is your follicle, what is your cuticle layer, you know, things like that. But if I had to give product recommendations, as far as detangling, because I know that's the main thing when it comes to transitioning hair, I would recommend VO5 conditioners or oils or even Aussie Moist, and those are all drugstore conditioners, and those were good conditioners that helped me detangle my hair with ease, no problem, you know, get my wash day over real fast. Shampoos, during my transition, I use sulfate shampoos because I use conditioners with silicones in them, because silicones help me to detangle my hair better. It created slip for me, so it made my wash days much easier, and stopped my breakage for the most part because I wasn't raking and combing through my hair. So to me, any shampoo that gets your hair clean works, especially if you're using silicones. If you're, you know, going curly girl, which is fine too, whatever works for you, but I did use shampoos with sulfates in them. So any shampoo will work. I don't really have a recommendation for that. As far as deep conditioners, I used 3 Minute Miracle because that was instant moisture for me. Like I said, it does contain silicones, which I use sulfate conditioners to get those silicones out of my hair. But that was my go-to deep conditioner. And if you just have a regular conditioner that already works, like I said, if you have things that already work, don't worry about finding new things right now, because at this point you're just trying to get to the point where you can or will want to experiment if you would want to. But any regular conditioner, adding honey, olive oil, avocado oil, jojoba oil, any oil to it for 30 minutes to deep condition would be very effective as well. Leave-in conditioner, I don't really have any recommendations. I used the Cantu Repair leave-in, and I went through one jar of that through my whole transition. That was my go-to leave-in. I didn't use anything else. I sealed with oil or shea butter, and that worked for me. The main thing I say was stay away with leave-ins or moisturizers is mineral oil, anything that will basically coat your hair. That'll stop your hair from receiving the moisture that you're trying to give it. So any leave-in that works for you, it works for you. And, you know, any oil, olive oil, grapeseed oil, avocado oil, like I said, jojoba, castor, anything that you can find in your local grocery store would be good for sealing in moisture when it comes to styling your hair. So yeah, those are my 6 tips, and I hope that was helpful. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and definitely share with anyone you know who wants to transition or who is transitioning and need an extra boost of confidence, or any tips or tricks to get through their transition. And also, my hair today is actually a 2-day-old twist out, and I just created a fro hawk with it. Thanks for watching.